Good morning, Chargers. Today we're going to spend some time rounding to the nearest hundred. The rules are very similar when you round to the nearest 10, but instead of looking at the ones place, when you're rounding to the hundreds, you want to look at the tens place. So again, you think about that number right behind where you're rounding is that bossy number, and it's going to tell that number whether to round down or whether to round up. So let's review the rules really quick. When we're rounding to the nearest hundred and we want to look at the tens place, if the digit in the tens place is a 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, you're going to round down. When you are rounding to the nearest hundred, and if the digit in the tens place is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, you are going to round up to the next hundred. So let's take a look at a couple of examples. So my first example is the number 536. So I want to think 536 comes between what two hundreds? It comes between 500 and 600. So remember, I want to look at the tens place. I have a 5 in the hundreds, a 3 in the tens. If I refer back to my list, 3 in the tens means I'm going to round down. So my 5 is going to stay the same, and the digit in my tens and ones are going to turn into zeros. So I am going to round to 500. So 536 rounds down to 500. Let's try the number 781. So again, boys and girls, what two hundreds does 781 come between? It goes between 700 and 800. So again, I'm going to look at the digit in the tens place. Remember, I'm rounding the hundreds. Look at the digit in the tens place. It's an 8. I don't see it on this side, but when I come over to the round up side, I do see the 8. So 781 is going to round up to 800 when I am rounding to the nearest hundred. Let's do one more. I am going to do the digit 54. So again, I'm going to think about what two hundreds does 54 go between. Well, I don't have a digit in the hundreds place, so if I am going to round down, I'm going to round all the way down to 0. And then the other hundred that 54 comes between is 100. So again, I'm going to look at the tens place. Even though I don't have anything in the hundreds, I still am going to refer to the tens place. The digit in the tens place is a 5. So if I look at my round down, I don't see it. But when I come over to my round up, it's the first digit that I see. So 54, when I am rounding to the nearest hundred, is going to round to 100. Your teachers have assigned you some practice. You can practice a few more of these on your own in your math journal if that will be helpful. And refer back to these lists as you're completing your assignments today. Good luck.